You have been saying it for months now. This is the year I take content creation seriously. You've imagined it, waking up to new followers, getting DMs and emails from your dream brands and dream clients who want to work with you, making a consistent income just by posting videos on the internet. But no matter how bad you want it, something always seems to get in the way. You have a 9 to 5 job, you're building a business, you're in school, you're a full-time mom, or maybe you're just mentally tired and posting content literally feels like a whole other job for you. Meanwhile, you scroll through Instagram and TikTok and you're seeing people that are literally posting every single day. They are growing fast and you're like, how are they even doing this? Where are they finding the time? Now, if that sounds like you, today's video will change your life. This is part 3 of my Build Your Personal Brand from Scratch series. And in this one, I'm handing you the exact strategy on how to plan content around your actual schedule, even if you literally have only 3 to 5 hours a week to spare. I'm going to show you how to come up with viral content ideas really fast without always thinking, what should I post today? And lastly, I'm going to show you how to film and prep your content in batches so that you're not going to be scrambling to post every single day last minute. So make sure you grab yourself a pen and a notebook because we're going to be taking a lot of notes. Before we even talk about content, let's talk about you, like your real actual life right now. Because listen, if you try to copy someone else's content routine without checking in on your own time and your own energy, you're literally setting yourself up to quit in the next 2 weeks. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not ambitious enough, just because the plan you're following wasn't made specifically for your own life. So here's what I want you to do. First of all, you're going to pull up your Google Calendar, your Notion calendar, your iPhone calendar, or even just a pen and a notebook. Next thing I want you to do is write Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if you are doing this on a notebook. Then I want you to ask yourself these 2 important questions. Where exactly am I already busy during this time of the week? Then the second question is, where do I have little pockets of time, even if it's just literally 30 minutes? Now I want you to note that down. Step number 2, you want to match your time with your energy. Time is one thing, but energy is the real currency. For example, if you find out that you have a free 1 hour time after work on Friday, but that time your brain is literally dead, you're exhausted, you just want to go to bed and just sleep. Trust me, that is not the best time for you to be filming content. That is not the best time for you to be scripting content, because it's going to feel like your brain is literally about to explode. Now on the other hand, if you're someone who wakes up really early in the morning and you feel like you're more creative in the morning time, that is your golden hour. You want to protect it. You want to use it for major tasks like doing research or even scripting or even filming. Step number 3, you're going to create 2 to 3 content windows each week. This is 2 to 3 little blocks of time in your week where you know that you're going to have decent time and decent energy to focus on content creation. For example, Saturday morning before everybody in the house wakes up, 1 hour lunch break on Tuesday, Sunday afternoons after church or after errands. So today is Wednesday and I'm filming this by literally 9 a.m. because my brothers are still asleep, my parents are out, and this is literally the best time for me to film content. I'm very energetic. It's still morning, like I just took my bath, everywhere is quiet, I don't have neighbors around. This is literally the best and perfect time for me to be filming content. When you do a time and energy audit first, everything that comes next will literally feel so much easier. All right, so now that you have done your time and your energy audit, and you actually know when you have pocket of time to focus on content creation tasks. Now let's talk about what you should be doing during this time, because content doesn't just magically appear. There is a process, there is a flow, there is a system, there are stages. And when you don't know these stages, what happens? You just sit down to create content and suddenly you're like, okay, so what should I be doing now? Should I be coming up with content ideas? Should I be filming? Should I be editing? What exactly should I be doing? So in order for you to avoid that, here's what your content creation process actually looks like. The first step of your content creation process is ideation. Now this is where you sit down, you brainstorm content ideas that you feel like you want to talk about. The second step of your content creation process is your research. Now this is where you take the ideas that you have put down in your notebook, okay? And then you're going to take those ideas into social media, Instagram, TikTok. Look at what people are already making content around about that topic, okay? See what is trending, see what is working right now, see what the algorithm is pushing and all that. The third part of your content creation process is scripting content. You want to take a pen and a notebook and then you want to write down things you want to say so that when you're filming content, you're not like, nobody has time to listen to you yapping. Now, the fourth part of your content creation process is when you start filming your content. So you take all the videos that you have scripted, sit in front of the camera, just like I'm doing right now, and you start filming. Now, the fifth part of your content creation process is editing. Now, this is the one that usually takes me so much time. Sixth part of your content creation process is when you start posting or you start to schedule your already filmed content. So now that you know your content process or your content stages, you want to assign each of these stages to the time blocks that you found in your audit. So for example, you can say Monday lunch break, I usually have like 30 minutes to spare from work. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing my ideation and research during this time. Or you can say Sunday afternoon, like after I'm done from church, I can just sit down and edit and schedule content for the following week. When you break everything down like this, creating content stops feeling like this huge, messy, scary thing that has been making you go crazy all this while. All right, so now that you have mapped out your time, your energy audit, you have broken down your workflow, now let's answer the next big question that is probably living rent-free in your brain right now, and that is, what do I even post every week? This is where your content pillars actually come in. So think of content pillars as 3 to 4 main topics that your content will always circle back to. So let's say you are a fitness creator and you help busy moms, like busy mommies, to lose weight without gym memberships or without strict diets. You're not going to just wake up one morning, post a picture of you at the gym, post a picture of the smoothie you made this morning. This is just random content that doesn't have any strategy or any plan that is backing it up. And this is literally what you want to stay far away from. And that is why you need to have a content pillar. So your content pillars could be home workouts, nutrition hacks for busy moms, and then mindset and motivation. Whatever niche you're in, the same rules apply. Pick 3 clear pillars based on what you know, what your audience cares about, and what actually leads to results. All right, so now that you have locked in your content pillars, like you know exactly what your content pillars are, it's time for us to steal. I want you to stop trying to pull ideas out of thin air. If you want content creation to become so much easier, if you want your ideation process to become more effortless, you know what you have to do? Go straight to the source. Go straight to Instagram, go straight to TikTok, go straight to YouTube, the platform where you want to start creating content. Go there. You're going to see things that are already working. You're going to have more inspiration. So this is how you're going to do it the right way, so that you're not going over to TikTok or Instagram and stealing people's content word for word, because we aren't doing that here. So the first step is that you're going to go over to Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, all right, wherever you want to create content on. Step 2, you want to plug in one of your content pillars. So for example, using the fitness creator we mentioned, one of her content pillars were home workouts. You're going to see viral reels, videos that have over 1 million views. Those are the ones you want to look at. You want to copy those videos with 1 million views, 2 million views, the one you feel like you can be able to recreate. Copy it and put it into a Google spreadsheet like this one. Now you want to do this for 3 of your content pillars. For the first content pillars, pick out 10 viral videos. The second content pillars, pick out 10 viral videos. For the third content pillar, pick out 10 viral videos. And by the end of the day, you already have 30 viral content ideas that you know have been proven to work. All right, so now that you are done with your energy audits, you have broken down your content workflow, you have picked out your content pillars, and now you have 30 viral juicy content ideas literally in your back pocket. Now let us talk about one important thing before we start talking about how to create content, and that is how many times you want to post. This is where a lot of people get stuck, because they think, oh, I need to post every day because this guru says if you don't post every day, the algorithm is not going to favor your account and you're never going to grow. Girl, let me tell you, that is not strategy. That's literally your guilt talking. That's just you be feeling guilty for not following these people's advice. So here is what you're going to do instead. You are going to pick a posting frequency based on your current life right now. Not just what these gurus are saying, not just what you feel like will help you grow, but what you know would actually fit your current life or schedule right now, because that is the only way for you to stay consistent. I'm going to give you 3 realistic levels. All you have to do is just pick one that fits your current life right now, and don't ever overthink this process again. The first level is the beginner mode. Now this is where you're going to post 3 times every single day on Instagram or TikTok. Now this is perfect if you're just starting content creation and you have limited time. You're juggling school, you are a mom, you have a 9 to 5. You can just simply tell yourself, you know what, this week I'm going to post 2 reels and 1 carousel, or I'm going to just post 3 reels. Second level is the intermediate mode. Now this is where you want to post 5 times a week. So this is when you have a little bit of breathing room. Maybe you've done content creation before, or maybe you're already doing content creation and you just feel like I can push a bit. You can do 2 carousels and 3 reels. And now the last level, which is the advanced mode. Now this is where you want to post 7 times a week. Now this is for people that are in their content creator era, like you're really hungry for growth and you know deep down that you have the time to make 7 content every single week. The goal here is to pick one of this posting frequency that you feel like fits your current lifestyle, your current schedule right now, and stick with it. All right, so now that you have decided how many times you want to post each week, the next step is for you to figure out when you're actually going to start getting things done. Like when do I start, writing? When do I start filming? When do I start editing? Yeah, this is what we're going to talk about here. Because listen, deciding how many times to post is cute, but if you don't assign actual days to the work, you're just going to blink your eyes and before you know it, it's Friday and you literally haven't done anything. So here is a weekly breakdown that I can recommend that anybody can choose right now. Okay, so you can tweak it for your life, but just start with this one as your basis. Sunday is going to be your ideation day. On Monday is going to be your research day. Tuesday is going to be your scripting day. Then on Wednesdays are going to be your filming day. Thursdays are going to be your editing day. If you manage to edit all of your videos on Thursday, on Friday you can decide that this is the day I'm going to schedule my content. Then on Saturday is where you chill, you relax, and you just know that I have content already going out next week. The next step is where we start creating the actual content. First step, remember that Google Sheet that you created earlier with 30 viral videos? Yeah, now this is where this comes in handy. So here's what you're going to do. Each week, when is your time for scripting? Because at this point, when you have that Google Sheet, you've probably already done your ideation and you've done your research. You're going to scroll through all those videos that you've saved there, and then you're going to pick out 3 or 5 or 7 video ideas for the upcoming week. After that, you're going to take inspiration from these viral videos to script your own content and then put your own spin on it. We're not trying to copy these creators word for word. Let me show you exactly how I did this for my clients. Let's say his name is Timmy. He helps creators to build passive income by launching their own membership program. Now, he had a workshop that was coming up this week, and so our goal with his content this week was to tease that workshop and build hype so that people can sign up for the workshop. So what did I do? I followed this exact research process that I just showed you. Went over there, searching his content pillar. One of his content pillars were passive income, and I saw this viral video. So let's watch it together.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I'll teach it to you in less than 1 minute. To become rich, you need multiple income streams. I have 7, and they generate me over $100,000 per week. First is my retail store, where I sell radar-controlled cars, planes, helicopters, and more. Second is my own brand and product range, which I manufacture in China and distribute all over the world. Third is my
The reason why I chose that video was because it had 32 million views. It caught my eyes immediately, and I knew that there was something about this video, maybe the hook, maybe the format of the video, maybe the overall message, but something clearly worked, and I decided to, use the format, use the same hook style, but just rework it for my own client without copying things word for word. So this is the script that I wrote for my own client. It took me 6 years to learn this, but I'll teach you in the next 30 seconds. To be rich, you need multiple income streams, especially ones that pay you while you sleep. I have 5 right now, and together they make me over $20,000 every single week. But here's the wild part. One of them alone makes me $15,000 every single week consistently. And the best part is that it's recurring and predictable. I don't have to sell courses every single time I want to make money. And that is my private membership community for creators and entrepreneurs that run on its own, whether I'm online or hanging out with my kids or my family members. And I've helped over 16,000 other creators set up a system just like this one, where they don't have to depend on course sales and launches to ever make money ever again. And on May 8th, I'm giving away everything I've learned in the past 6 years in my upcoming live workshop, just to show you exactly how to set this up, even if you're just starting from scratch. So comment workshop below and I'll send you the link to join. Did you catch that? We did not copy the viral video word for word. We just borrowed the winning structure, that hook, and then we made it hyper relevant to my target audience, his message, and his current offer. And that's exactly what you want to do. Real quick, if you're a business owner, if you're an online educator, if you're a content creator, if you're a coach, and you're like, yeah, I love all this, but I literally don't have the time to do all this content stuff myself. I'm just too busy. Girl, that is exactly what we do inside of my agency at Boss Up. We literally take your entire short form content system off your plate, and we help you with content strategy, research, scripting, editing, and literally the whole thing. All you have to do is show up and film once a month, and that is it. If that sounds like something that you want right now in your business, click the first link in the description of this video to learn more about how we can work together. All right, so now you have picked your content ideas. Now you have scripted them. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is the most thing that most people are always like, and that is filming. Okay, so if you're following the weekly system that I shared earlier, this would probably be your Wednesday task. Okay, and I know that filming can literally feel like a lot, but here's how to make your filming 10 times more easier and feel way less overwhelming. So the first thing you want to do is to review your scripts before you film. It just literally feels good and your brain already knows what you're about to say. Now the second thing you want to do is to pick out your outfit ahead of time. So you have to like have 3 or 3 or 4 like outfits for you to change into, depending on how many times you want to be making content. Film back to back. Like even if you mess up, even if it's not perfect, even if you feel like you keep making mistakes. This is what I used to do before. When I'm making a video and I just make one mistake, I'm just gonna like end the video, delete it, and start all over again. Like if you make a mistake, just tell yourself, hold on, and then you just reset that line again. Because when you're editing it, you can just cut out those silence or wrong parts, those parts you made a mistake. We are not trying to film like a Netflix movie here. We're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to show up as authentic as you are to help your target audience. That's the mindset you want to have. All right. So now that your content is all filmed and ready, sitting in your camera roll, now let's move on to the next phase, and that is when you do your editing and posting. Now, this is your Thursday and your Friday task. So depending on how many times you're posting every week, whether it's 3, 5, or 7 times, editing might take much longer than one day. Okay, and that is totally normal. So here's what you want to do: edit your videos in bulk. So you can use tools like CapCut, InShot, VN. Instagram now has a new editing app. It's called Edit, and I've tried it so much. It's nice, but it doesn't have like a lot of features that CapCut has. But one reason why I'm using it is because CapCut is because of the CapCut watermark. So if you don't like the CapCut watermark, you can just definitely use the Instagram Edit, and it's so much. It has a more clean interface. Okay, so you can try it out. Another thing you have to know is that you're not editing a Marvel movie. You're not editing a movie that is going to be nominated for an Oscar award. Just simply cut out those parts where you talked trash, slap on captions, add music. Don't go crazy with like effects if you know you don't have the bandwidth, if you don't have the skills to do like crazy editing. Now, once you're done with editing, do not let your videos sit in your camera roll. Immediately you're done editing your videos, upload them to Instagram draft, upload them to TikTok draft, upload them to a scheduler like the Meta Business Suite. Just trust me, it's going to make posting so much easier. That's how you build a content plan that actually fits into your life instead of fighting against it. Here's the truth: in some weeks, life is literally going to happen and you won't be able to stick to this plan. And that's why you need a backup consistency hack that I shared in this video. It's literally survival tips for content creators. So watch this video next.